We're going to look at angle of elevation. So if you look at the person there, the person is looking at the top of the Eiffel Tower. And you imagine a horizontal line from where the person's eye is straight across. So there's a horizontal line. The angle of elevation is the angle between the horizontal line and the line of sight where the person is looking to the top. So this angle in the middle there is the angle of elevation. Elevation, angle of elevation. For this one, you always have to have the horizontal line. That horizontal line there. So the angle between the line of sight going upwards is the angle of elevation. And if they're looking downwards to an object, the angle between the horizontal and the line of sight going down to the object is called the angle of depression. Angle of depression. If you have a person and the eyes, there's the horizontal there, the line of sight looking up to the plane, that angle is called the angle of elevation. And for this example, is 40 degrees. So it's always the angle between the horizontal and the line of sight there. And from the plane, you go to the horizontal, and the angle between the line of sight is 40 degrees as well. So it's called the angle of depression. And if you want to notice that shape there, it looks like the letter Z. So those two angles are the same. 40 degrees, 40 degrees. And we call them alternate angles. Alternate angles. Alternate angles are equal. Alternate angles are equal. We can represent it with lines. Horizontal. And then this line that goes across them, they call it traversal. And then the angle of elevation is that one there, and the angle of depression. And you can see that Z shape. Finally, if this person is looking at the owl on the tree there, that's the horizontal. That's the angle of elevation. And if the owl is looking down, that's the angle of depression. Okay, let's go now and do some questions. So we define angle of elevation. We can use the symbol E. Is the angle measured upwards from the horizontal. You go to the horizontal, the angle measure upwards. Angle of depression, D, is the angle measured downwards from the horizontal. Now, this is a question to do. A ladder 7 meters long is leaning against the wall. The angle of elevation is 72 degrees. What height does the ladder reach? A strategy is to always draw a diagram. Always do a sketch. So we've got here a diagram. And where we have the 72 degrees, the angle of elevation, imagine somebody's eyes there. And I'll put the person with pink eyelashes. And the person is looking that way. So that side will be the opposite. And next to the person's eye is the adjacent. And the longest side is the hypotenuse. That's the one opposite the 90 degrees. So we want to find O. So we want to find O, and we know H. Which of the formulae? I put the 3 different trigonometric formulae. We want something that has O and has H. And the one that has is the sign. Now, since we are finding O, we go to the sine formula and we cover O. We're left with sine of the angle times H. and H is 7, and sine of the angle is sine 72. So H, which is our opposite, is 7 times sine 72. Put that in your calculator, you get 6.7. That's how you do that. Make sure you learn this. These are very, very important formulae for trigonometry for the GCSE exams, and you'll use them in all sorts of calculations, so you have to memorize it.